going to put on a little bit of a in here that are competing for a championship. Pre-race nervousness. Okay.
They did that last time. I wasn't expecting that. I was kind of like,
Yeah, it's kind of cool to have them go in.
yeah, I
But,
liked it. Check that straw poll. Yeah. We got Captain Killam with 9 out of 25 votes. You already heard with 7, Shadowhawk with 5, and Big Jim with 4. So I mean, it's pretty even compared.
go ahead and invite Joe. He said 8:32, so let's go ahead and send the invite, and whenever he joins, he joins. And I'm getting a little nervous. Our booth mate's not in here yet.
Yeah, well,
I
and
mean,
luckily it's only a 50% race, so we don't have to talk for like 3 hours.
That's true. It is a 50% race, and we'll kind of dive into that as well. Yeah, championship race, man. Gonna wrap up season 2 tonight. They did, and I'm sorry I'm on the blue screen, so the viewers, if we have any, didn't hear you, so I'll repeat your question. Alan, well, not question, more like a statement. Alan says he don't know who set up the schedule, but if it seems like they knew when Heat 5 was coming out. And it's true. It's ending right on time for us to grab the game and then practice for about a month. Yeah, yeah. Maybe a little bit of inside information or dumb luck.
Yeah.
Either one. It worked out.
Yeah.
And there's our first of the Championship 4 drivers you already heard joining the booth for the pre-race show. Mr. Joe, you are a minute late.
It's okay. You can find me.
Fair enough. I am going around to the one machine. So, Joe, how nervous or excited are you to run for the championship here tonight?
Obviously excited just to have that chance to get a championship, man. It's been elusive, but hopefully have enough to get it tonight. Obviously nervous at the same time. We got Killam, Shadow, and Jim, who are obviously guys that have been up there up front. I mean, the amount of wins between all 4 of us is just unreal. So it'll be interesting to see. Hopefully in the long run, though, I'll be there waiting for that interview in the winner's circle, man.
All right. Well, Alan, what do you got for our first Championship 4 driver?
Well, I forgot we were doing this, so I really didn't have anything lined up. But good luck. I know how you're feeling. I felt the same way last night. So, yep, go get it.
All right, Keenitz, I know you got something for Joe. What you got?
Joe, I know you won here, excuse me, in last season's race of Vegas. Does that give you any confidence? Because you ran down Killam towards the end there. Does that give you any confidence going into this race?
Oh, yeah, no doubt. There's just this racetrack is just so unique. I love it for the reason that having so many lines that you can run. But that race, I don't think we had Shadow, so I don't know how he is here. So he's kind of one I'm going to try and figure out. Last time we were here, I know Killam was a little off on the long run, and Jim didn't run it with us. It'll be interesting, but yeah, definitely a confidence booster knowing that we got the long run car last time. But it's night race, though, man. It could all change in a hurry, man.
True that. I know the last 2 nights we've seen the long run come into play, and if you're feeling comfortable with that, that should play into your hand then.
Absolutely. Hopefully he does.
All right, Joe. Sorry for such a short pre-race, but we got to get Big Jim in here. So, any last things you want to say before we get the number 11 driver in here?
Yep. Thanks for doing this, guys. We appreciate it. Hope to talk to y'all after the race as well. Good luck to Jim, Shadow, and Kill 'em. Well-deserved Final Four, and can't wait.
All right. Well, good luck tonight. Maybe we'll be talking
Thanks.
to you in a couple hours. All right. Blue screen once again. We're going to get Big Jim in here real quick. And, of course, he's got it set to show offline. So I have to go the long way around. Yeah, Keen, is it? I had to go looking for you, too. That's okay. Oh, last online 2 minutes ago. Has Big Jim's internet come into effect tonight, or is he just trying to avoid all distractions?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
We will find out, I guess, huh?
I guess so. If not, who did I have lined up after him? Let me check. Shadow's after him. So if Jim doesn't come in here in like a minute, then I'm gonna invite Shadow. Hopefully he's showing online, so I don't have to go the long way. But that's okay. If he is, we'll get him. Maybe not Jim. Maybe he went to go reset his router one last time before the race started. We know he has a little bit of internet issues, lagging out and all that good stuff.
That would be the safe play for him,
Yep.
for sure, and get set up as best as he can to minimize any potential internet issues.
Even though I sent him the schedule. But yeah, no, anyways, it's cool. It's all good. All right, let's get Shadow in here. We don't have too much time, so excuse the blue screen again. I know. Okay, maybe we could squeeze him in at the end then. Alright, invite is out to Shadowhawk, the driver of the 43. So let's change the car on the screen to Bubba. Where are you? There he is. Alright, so Shadowhawk coming in here. He's pretty much strong just about everywhere we've been. And there he is joining the booth. Shadowhawk, how nervous are you before this race starts?
Pretty nervous, but you know what? Like, once the race starts, just get back in the normal race groove and go from there. So I'm ready, though. I'm ready.
No, fair enough. You got any? Well, I won't ask you what your strategy is. That's not fair. Alan, what do you got for the 43?
Well, I've been watching all season. You've been pretty much strong everywhere we went. How would you rate Las Vegas on like your favorite or least favorite tracks?
Definitely top 2 mile and a half for sure, and mile and a halfs are my go-tos for sure. So I'm pretty confident right now. It's just gonna all come down to when the cautions fall, just like it did in New Hampshire. So hopefully things go our way and we come out on top tonight.
All right, Keenitz, what do you got for the RPM Chevrolet Camaro?
You mentioned New Hampshire, and you were in an almost must-win situation there. Does winning that race to get you in the championship give you the extra momentum that you need to then clinch the championship here at Las Vegas? I know you just said it's one of your top 2 mile and a halfs, but will that win propel you to performing well here?
Oh, for sure, because in my mind, I had to win New Hampshire, so we showed that we can go win under pressure. So it's the same pressure as tonight. I'm thinking we have to win because usually that's the case with these final one last race with 4 guys. Usually you have to win. So I think we can do it again tonight, but it's not going to be easy, obviously. So I'm just hoping for a fun, clean, hard race with these guys.
Right
There
on.
you go. How many laps of
You guys
practice
are
have
gonna
you
put on
turned
the show.
in the past couple days?
Maybe not as much as others. I'd probably turn close to 50 over the last 2 days. So,
Okay.
but again, Vegas is one of those tracks where I'm comfortable with, so I don't need as much practice there as I were to have on another track. So,
Okay. Well, fair enough. Maybe we'll be talking to you here in a few hours. We're going to get Cap to kill him in here next. Any last things you want to say here before you head on to qualifying?
no, just enjoy the race and pull them belt start one more time.
There you go. Good luck, man. Go put on a show.
All right, man. Thanks.
If we've got a minute or two, we could squeeze Big Jim on the back end there. Invites out for Cap to kill him. We're moving right along here. Qualifying is at 8:45. little bit of news on that. I don't think Swamp is going to make qualifying, which means he'll just start from the rear. Not the end of the world.
Well, as one of the non-championship guys, that might be, well, I don't want to knock him or anything, obviously, because he's my teammate, but it just might be the best place to start. If I know he's been busy with life and everything, so he might not have turned too many practice laps. So might not be the worst move here. He's got a couple wins, so he's clearly fast, but.
Yeah, fair enough. And our third of the 4 championship drivers, Captain Killam, has now joined the lobby. Captain, how are you feeling about tonight and your chances on winning?
I'm excited. I'm grateful to be a part of the race. It's going to be a tough one, I think. It's a competitive group of guys. Just to be amongst these 4 guys in the group we had Racing Cup this year, it's quite an accomplishment for everybody. As far as winning, I mean, I'm going to do my best, you know.
Hey, that's all you can do. Your best's been pretty good this year. Alan, what do you got for Captain Killam?
Well, you have been arguably the most consistent driver of these 4. I'm looking at your stats here: 19 top 5s and 21 top 8s. That's pretty impressive. You also won the second race of the round at Bristol, so you're already locked in going into the last race. You get any extra practice in, knowing that you're already in?
I'd like to say yes, but I wait till the last moment. I actually did more practice this year than I did last year, so hopefully that'll help. But I did most of that today. So
there you go, putting in the practice. Kenneth, what do you got for him?
Alan kind of stole my question a little bit. I know you were one of the faster guys here in the first season at Vegas, and I was going to ask you how much more did you practice this time, knowing it was the championship race. And I have to ask, in your mind, will we be hearing the "Hell Yeah, brother" at the end of this tonight?
Man, I hope so. That's what I'm shooting for. It'll be the loudest one you've heard. I promise you that.
All right. I'll hold you to it if you win, for sure.
All right, well, fair enough, Captain. We're running a little bit short on time. Qualifying's just around the corner. And any last words you want to give out there before you head off to qualifying?
Just shout out to everybody, you guys, for doing this. It's an awesome feature of the league. Like I've already said, the Cup guys, the entire group, made for an awesome season. I think we ended up with 12 or 13 different winners this season, which speaks volumes about how competitive the field was, which makes for awesome racing every race we do. So everyone involved.
All right, well, fair enough. Maybe we'll be talking to you here in a couple hours. Until then, good luck, and bring her home.
All right, appreciate it, fellas. Have a good one.
You too. See if we can't.
We'll try and sneak him in here.
Yep, just shot it out right then. Hopefully we can get at least a minute or so in with Big Jim, our fourth and final championship 4 driver. He's going to be in that 11 Toyota Camry, so let's go back around.
Very minimal paint schemes on that thing. Just random observation.
It's just, it goes from FedEx Express to FedEx Ground. But anyways, here he is, Big Jim, here in the lobby. Their fourth and final championship 4 driver. Jim, how nervous are you, or how confident are you going in tonight?
Nervous for all the wrong reasons. The internet needed a router reset, so we'll see how that goes tonight. But other than that, the car feels good. Done a lot of practice over 200 laps the last 2 days, so yeah, I'm feeling comfortable with the car, just not really with the internet.
Well, fair enough. I think you just took Alan's question, but go ahead, Alan.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. So you won the last mile and a half track we were at Kansas, which is also the first race of the second round. So you've been locked in for the past week and a half or so. So you said you got in extra practice. So yeah, that's kind of it. Good luck tonight.
All right, man, I appreciate it.
Keenitz, what do you got for your teammate?
Jim, since you did win in Kansas, is there anything you think you can translate from that track to Vegas here? I know that Kansas is the dominant high line, and based on the last couple nights, there's multiple grooves. So is there something you can translate from that last mile and a half win that you had to here tonight and clutch up and get that W?
Yeah, I would say if I pulled any slide jobs, that would be the perfect practice would be Kansas to Las Vegas, but I don't remember doing any. I tried some slide jobs, they never worked out. But Las Vegas, you can also pull off slide jobs. I saw a lot of TJR using that outside. Joe and I looking to use that inside a little more, so we're going to have to be counting on a couple of those slide jobs to be successful tonight.
Right on.
All right, Jim, as I'm sure you are too, getting invites for the qualification session there. Any last words before you join quali?
Not really. Just good luck to everyone else.
All right, fair enough. Hopefully we'll be speaking to you here in an hour or two. Good luck tonight, and go win. Yep, take care. Let me throw a final invite out to Lieutenant Dangles. He should be joining us. He's our... of course, he's showing offline too. I've already sent him to. If he really wants to join, he'll join.
He's the wild card in the booth.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go. Las Vegas. All right, so here we are. Las Vegas, 50%. It's obviously a 1.5-mile track, multiple grooves, even though the top is dominant in most parts. You could make that bottom lane work, though. It's not quite Kansas. 50% race, 134 laps. This was the NASCAR Heat 4 servers, as we saw in the old Pro League the other night. Don't want that happening to us, right? That happened to us at the Cup race at New Hampshire. But anyways, half the race, but it is 2 times wear, so the wear is going to be the same, the rate anyways. Alan, anything special that we need to look out here for this track?
Well, we've said it multiple times. You can run low, middle, high. So I expect all the drivers to be all over the place. Just basically going where the person in front of them is and trying to make that pass.
Keenan, you got any pointers for this? Maybe avoid certain parts of the track?
Coming out of the corners late in a run, you get super loose just because the tires get worn out. I know that was a big thing in the trucks, as you saw, Avenge, as well. And Alan, I'm sure you probably had something similar happen to you last night, where once the tires get all over the place, it's hard to prevent. And if you get that long run setup dialed in, assuming we have long runs, that's where you can really shine, as we saw Jaw on Tuesday and both Alan and OG last night just absolutely make up a crazy amount of time on those long runs with that perfect long run setup that they all had.
All right, so we're going to be battling loose off here. Tire wear will definitely come into play here. These guys will pit for tires before if the fuel runs out. So definitely something to look forward to. See how these guys control the cars. We're going to see some comers and goers here tonight. And don't hit the outside wall, right, Keenan?
Yes, absolutely stay away from that thing. It will ruin your night faster than, well, I got nothing appropriate to say for that, so I just won't say that at all.
Fair enough. All right, so we've already got Ballistic in the lobby. I'm glad you tuned in there, Ballistic. Watching the pre-race show. They're off qualifying right now. Don't get me wrong, it'll still be important to win the pole, but no extra points awarded here tonight because points don't matter anymore. We got 4 drivers battling against each other, and all they have to do is finish in front of the other 3 competitors. That's a little bit harder than it sounds. Ton of talent in the field. Any stats you want to rattle off there, Alan? I saw you researching before we started, or...
Yeah, I don't remember who. I think it was Joe that said the amount of wins between these guys are ridiculous. I just like to point out they have 18 wins combined out of the 29 races. So these 4 drivers are definitely have been the best 4 all season. So fitting that they all get the race for the championship here.
Yeah, I mean, once you put numbers up like that, it's not very surprising to see these 4 guys at the end. My goodness. I'm going to send Dangles one more invite. You are going to see a blue screen. Well, you'll see it one more time after this because I got to accept the invites. Sorry y'all can't hear my booth mates, but oh my God! Don't say that. We're live. No, I'm just kidding. They don't know what you said, so it could have been anything.
Yeah, Dangles didn't show up.
Yeah. I just shot him another one. We'll give Dangles until the start of the race, I guess, and then we'll get old Sharpay in here. He's helped out a few times through the season. Really good guy, stepping up and broadcasting all that good stuff.
You'll hear a boat engine in the background, though. I don't know if you want that. But yeah.
Cruising down the Mississippi. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. We're in a party for the races, and like the first time, I'm like, man, that's kind of annoying. You just kind of get used to it after a while, I guess. But
imagine living it.
Yeah, I couldn't do that, man.
It's not for everybody.
I'm sure if you get used to it in the race parties, he probably gets used to it within the first couple hours of being on that thing.
So. Yeah, I guess true. It's not always on too, I guess.
Fair.
Qualifying just ended. So we'll give you the lineup in a minute or so.
It'll show who has speed and who doesn't, but there's qualifying setup and then there's the race setup. So while it'll give us a pretty big indicator on who's going to be fast here tonight, it's not going to tell the whole story, and that's why we run the race.
I would just like to point out though, that is true, but I remember from last night, me and OG qualified pretty high up there, and Dalton and Jag didn't, and me and OG were at the front pretty much the whole race, and Jag really didn't get there till the third stage, and Dalton, he was kind of flirting around the top 5, but he never really got up to the front like he would want to, so I think qualifying is important to stay out of the mess that's behind.
That's a good point,
absolutely,
Alan, because I was going to say Moffitt in the truck race on Tuesday
he also
had the same issues. He kind of got caught up in some inadvertent accidents by people and lag and whatnot. And track position here is huge because if you can keep touch with the leader's draft, as we've seen the last 2 nights, you can hang with just about anybody, even if you don't necessarily have quite as much speed as them. If they mess up, that's a huge thing. If you start up front, you can stay up front, but if you start in the back, it's hard to get up front.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely qualifying big here tonight.
All right, we got the results for qualifying in. Draven on the pole, but we'll focus on the championship drivers here. Big Jim starting 2nd, Killam starting 5th, Shadowhawk starting 7th, and you already heard is not on the screen, so I don't know where he started.
Anywhere that are not those positions.
I'm gonna assume it's towards the front. But
are y'all getting invites, or do I need to send y'all invites?
Loading with invites.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're good then. Whenever they click down, we should be able to join. My goodness, this thing isn't stopping. All right, we get it, Gator. Thank you. Appreciate you.
It's better than not getting any, I guess.
I understand. I'm on invite 7 though. So
you never know what can happen to you. 2 or 3 might not be a bad thing.
Well, we couldn't get back in the other day, Alan.
Yeah,
I don't think it mattered how many invites we had.
Yeah. Be better today.
Shout out 704 servers for the New Hampshire.
Oh yeah, good stuff.
As I like to say, that's one of the 704 problems wrong with this game.
I deleted this game after Tuesday and re-downloaded it just for this. So I'm excited. That shows you how excited I am for this. I'm ready.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to. I really wanted to. I had a rough race at Vegas, and then I lagged out with 20 to go, so that was pretty fitting.
All right.
Let's see.
We can join. We got Killam scroll down.
Oh, okay. We can join. We're joining here. There's already 16 people in there. I thought we only had 14 drivers. Who's DJ Craze? Nah,
Spotter.
Yeah. Let's load in there.
Got to get my preset in. Gonna go with the 7.
Hey, CitroLink had nothing to do with that the other day, Moffitt. Anyways, for the last time this season, hello everyone and welcome. We're at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the South Point Hotel and Casino 400. This is going to be the championship race for the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series in the North American E-Racing League. As always in the booth, I'm Avenged. Tonight, I'm joined by booth regular LD Allen. Allen, how you doing, Hypet?
I'm doing good. Very excited for this race. The first 2 championship races have been very good, but I think this one might top both of those.
All right, and a special treat for our ear holes. Keenan's joining the booth. How you doing, bud?
I am ready for this race. If it's anything like the last 2 nights, this should be entertaining, as just about as entertaining of a race as you can watch, especially with these final 4 guys just being absolute studs at this game. So I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, well, speaking of entertaining here, that 4 Draven starting on the pole, that 11 a Big Jim starting on the outside front row, and they're battling already up here. The captain wanted to go 3 wide there for a second. That 11 a Big Jim is currently down on the low line, but I think that that high line is the preferred line around here, right, Keenan? Or do you think you can make that bottom work?
I honestly, with the Cup cars, with how much more power they have than you and I race in the trucks and Alan races in the Xfinity, they got a lot more power. So I think you can make any line work as long as you set your car up for it. Like the high lane in 1 and 2, you can keep that momentum up, go down the backstretch, but it all depends how you set your car up. Is wherever you feel the most comfortable, that's where you got to run.
And they're 3 wide back here. The 43, the 11, and the 1. All championship 4 drivers. Not all. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying. They were 3 wide. Speaking of all 4 championship drivers, they're running P2 through P5 at the moment.
Yeah, that they are.
That's going to be exciting. That one of you already heard. He's still in the draft here, though. But if these top 4 drivers pull away, he's going to have a tough time keeping up with them. Very draft-heavy track, even though it's not like a Michigan or an auto club, or obviously not a plate track. The draft definitely comes into play here, and he's going to have no problem sucking back up to the back bumper of that 43. And I know I already said it, but I'm going to say it again because it's exciting. Championship 4 drivers running back to back to back with the one of you already heard trying to slide job on the 43. Ooh. Pulls it off the turn 4.
Shout out gave him a break there, but when you get late in that race, yeah, I'm not sure he's going to like that too much.
And here comes the one of you already heard. He's taking no prisoners here in stage 1. Currently on the inside of that 11, a Big Jim, and the 11 is going to have a run down the backstretch. A little lag from the 11. I don't think there was any contact, but keep an eye on that for the rest of the race.
There was a hair of a twitch there, but that run that you saw Jim get off of 2 there, that can be really helpful, especially if you can hold that line and get that run later in the run on the worn tires.
Well, look who's back to that back bumper of the one of you already heard. That's the 43 of Shadowhawk. They're up there. He's got to get around all 3 of those guys that he sees in front of him, the championship contenders, if he wants to win this thing. The 19 NR Lewis currently running P6. Don't count him out. He's been fast just about everywhere that we go. No win.
Always the bridesmaid, though, much like myself. Hasn't gotten a win this season, but he's looking to get that first one here tonight. So.
Hey, there you go. That one of you already heard. Going on the outside of the 11, a Big Jim. Let's see what happens here at turn 1. Will the 11 dive it in there? He did. Let's see if he comes up in front of the 1 or not. Oh, I'm not sure if there's a hole. If he gets back there, it's going to close pretty quickly. And he did take it.
That right there just shows how much time you can gain in the middle of the corner being on the bottom, but that run on the back almost equalizes that out in these cars with how much power they have as opposed to the other 2 series.
I am on the roof cam looking straight on the one of you already heard, and I have all 4 championship drivers in my frame. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a heck of a race.
I hope it stays like this all night. I'm excited. Like I said, ready to do this. Got my brewmate loaded up with a cool couple beverages, and I'm ready to watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. That one of you already heard. Trying the inside here, inside that 14 of Captain Killam.
He's 2 by 2 with the championship 4. This is already taking no prisoners. Love to see it. Love to see it.
Yeah, still all 4 cars. Well, not anymore. We're in my picture with the added bonus of that 4 Draven. Who's currently leading the way. He won the pole. He's led every lap here so far.
I wonder if, I know Killam and Draven are teammates. I wonder if Killam's just kind of hanging out using Draven's draft to still keep up that speed without having to use up his stuff quite as much as Draven is out front, being in the lead and having to cut through a little more air. I mean, fuel mileage isn't really...
Oh, 14 to the outside wall there. The 43 is going to take advantage. The 1 is going to take advantage as well. There goes that teammate help from the 4 that you were talking about. The 11, a Big Jim here. If he could dive it into that inside corner, he's not going to quite get there. I was thinking maybe he's going to try a slide job here to take the lead. Not quite going to make it.
Ooh, got a little loose out of the corner for Big Jim there.
A little early in the run for a loose off.
Oh, Shadow just came out in the middle of nowhere and just dives it under Draven.
Oh, there they go. Side by side, coming off of turn 4 there. And it doesn't
2
look
by
like...
2 for the lead in the lead pack here.
Doesn't look like that Ford Draven got too much of a run off the high line there that time.
He did not.
Save that 43. No, look, the one of you already heard. He went from fourth to he's battling for second up here in one corner.
Just show
I
it. Just
expect Shadow to clear here.
it just goes to show you how even these guys are. These 4 championship guys are probably. You couldn't pick a better championship 4 to see here tonight. Ooh,
Oh,
Draven might have
contact
kissed the wall.
between the
Ooh.
1 and the 40, the 1 and the 11. Oh, now they're 3 wide back here, even though the 11 is dropping back. But my goodness, no prisoners here at stage 1. We got to remind these guys they've still got 2 more stages to go.
And stage points, as we need to remind everybody, they do not matter. The only thing that matters is your final finishing position.
Correct.
So far, these guys are racing like it's the last stage, and it's if they do this the whole night while staying clean like they have been, I'm very excited. This is going to be one hell of a race.
Yeah, I'm all for it. To kind of build off of that, just to make a kind of even bigger, obnoxious example, one of these drivers could finish 7th tonight and still win the championship. Well, no, there's 14, so a driver could finish 9th and still win the championship. Imagine that. The 14 of Captain Kelman to the outside wall there. He's going to fall back a little bit. The 1 of you already heard, and the 11 of Big Jim trying to take advantage. The 1's going to clear the 14. The 11 not quite.
I see Lewis sneaking in the picture here too with that lead group. I know he was out on the tiebreaker with You Already Heard, and he might be looking to prove something here tonight.
Shadowhawk's trying to get to the outside of Draven.
Oh, that's
he
something
got
that I
there.
missed. The Ford Draven back to the lead for the moment.
Ooh, kill him in the wall. Just a hair.
And you're right, that 19 NR Lewis is right back on these guys. There goes the 4. Is he going to try a slide job on a championship contender? No, he's going to keep it down there.
Yeah, Shadowhawk
He lost
got
a lot
the
of
preferred
speed
line
keeping it
off
down
the two
there.
Good move by.
3
You don't
wide
wanna-
on the front stretch, crossing the line. The
Love
4
to see
Draven, the 1 of you already heard. The
Jeez.
14 to Captain Kill, 3 wide down the front stretch. The 4 Draven's going to back out of this. He saw the championship implications going on there. 43 is Shadowhawk, your new leader here at Las Vegas. I don't mean to keep cutting you guys off, but man, there's action every daggone turn.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
Yeah,
there's a lot to look at here, especially with this lead pack.
I mean, yeah, even looking at the second pack, they're like 3 wide. Like everybody's on top of each other, and we're just focusing on the lead group.
I could see the second pack back there, and I'm like, oh, there's a lot of action, but I don't want to leave these 4
They're all
guys.
over each other.
This is. I don't want to sound like the other guys don't matter, but this is the championship 4's night to shine here. I mean, especially when they're racing this well early in the race.
This is true, and look at the 2 cars that are up here, not in the. Like you said, that 4 Draven, who is a Cup Series champion in a different league before coming over here to the North American E-Racing League. I mean, talent there, obviously. His trophy case shows it. And then your 4 championship 4 drivers. So, I mean, so much talent in the Cup Series here. Not a dig at anybody in the backpack at the moment, but a ton of talent here in the Cup Series in the North American E-Racing League. The 4 Draven got to the apron there just a little bit. He's going to scrub some speed and fall in behind the 1. Ooh, 19 and the 4 got into it a little bit. Spreading out
Looks
here
like
a little
they-
bit, huh?
Yeah, I was about to say, it looks like Championship 4 have decided just to take it easy, maybe for the rest of the stage. Like we said, stage points don't really matter at this point. So,
Oh, the 11 to Big Jim into the
ride it
outside
out for a
wall.
while.
He's going to fall back a little bit. And we are joined in the booth by an even more special treat for our ear holes. Lieutenant Dangles has joined the booth. Mr. Dangles, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, gentlemen. How are y'all? How's the racing been so far?
Phenomenal. It's the only word that describes this.
You couldn't ask for
Oh,
better
boy.
racing here in stage 1. This is going to be a heck of a show. Did you get it? You did get some invites, right? Before?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
joining right now.
cool. Oh, that 11 to Big Jim is battling some
Yeah.
loose off.
Looks like the 1 is also loose off, but I'd say 43 and the 14 look very solid coming off the corners. Looks like they got their car set for the long run.
It looks like Draven is pitting.
Oh, a little short pit going on here.
Do they have to pit?
Don't know.
I believe they do.
Mr. Dangles, oh, Gator Mike's on pit road as well. If you don't mind moving the mic away from your nose just a little bit.
Yes, there's 20 laps left in the stage, and they have roughly 10 laps of fuel left. So we'll have to make a pit stop.
The one of you already heard giving the signal down the backstretch. I believe he is coming this time. This is going to be your first of your 4 championship drivers coming out pit road, and he is.
Yeah, I like this call. He wasn't up there with Shadowhawk and Killam, so pit early, try to gain some time on newer tires. I know the fall up here is pretty hard, so should see him up towards the front once everything cycles through.
Looks like they got 19 laps left here when Killam just crossed the line. So I think some of these guys are trying to cut the stage directly in half and just get that even run from start to finish in the first stage.
I like that call personally.
The 11 of Big Jim's coming. He's going to be your second of the 4 championship drivers coming down pit road. But we mentioned that the 43 and the 14 still look pretty solid. They probably set it up for a long run car. Are you waiting here and taking 2 at the end, or?
I mean, you could. I personally I just prefer splitting the stage in half. You get the most out of both sets of tires. I mean, it just kind of depends on how your car is feeling right now. And both of these guys look solid, so they might stay out for a little longer.
Daniels, what would you do? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Let's go ahead.
You're good. I was gonna say, I think you make up a lot of time on those. Even if you take 2, you make up a lot more with those 4 tires compared to that 2 over the course of a full run.
Well. Also got to remember stage points are irrelevant today. So, I mean, with the lead that these guys have on most of the pack, 1 or 2 positions I don't think could be make or break. So I think you really don't have any benefit to trying to take 2 to stay up front. You might as well take 4 and let it ride. Shadowhawk comes to pits.
He sure does, followed by that 19 of NR Lewis. Lewis, your highest running non-championship 4 driver, up here showing them that he belongs. I don't have a ticker, so I don't know who's the last person to pit or not, but we got the 2 of Kevin on pit road coming off now. We got the 3 of Wasted. I think he lagged out, actually.
It looks like the only 2 that are out still are Killam and K-Bart. And it looks like everybody else is pitted based on the gap that I see on the mini-map. I think Killam just signaled that he might be coming this time, so...
I think the 3 of Wasted and his RCR engine failed. I think he's out, because he's not moving. Yeah, the 3 of Wasted's out. He blew a motor.
He should have drove the American flag car.
Yeah, that was a mistake there.
It's gonna be your difference maker.
Weekend. Yeah.
Always got to drive the American flag car in that thing.
Yeah.
I am on, however, the 4 of Draven, the 1 of you already heard, the 11 of Big Jim. These guys are going to be your leaders once it all cycles through. And that 4 of Draven, all he has to do is clear that 43 of Shadowhawk, who just came off of pit road. And Shadowhawk is going to retain the lead once they all cycle through. With the 4 of Draven.
I like to point out that Shadowhawk did pit later, and he did lose time to... you already heard, and Big Jim, but he still came out in front of him. So I'd say he timed that pretty well. He's going to have fresher tires compared to them for the rest of the stage.
It'll be interesting to see if he pulls away for the rest of the stage. I know it's not a super long run here, but if he pulls away even a little bit, it'll just show that you can make up more time by pitting just a hair later like he did. So. Kill him to pit road as well.
Yep, kill him to pit road.
Speaking of very interesting past the pit road, K-Bart had a journey on his way in.
Was it bad?
Oh yeah. Into the wall, sideways into the wall.
Oh no.
You hate to see it.
That's what happens when you stay out so late. I wonder if he blew a tire or not.
We did see that last night with one of the championship 4 in Dalton, and either 704 or Rage got him at some point, so I don't know. I'm not sure which one exactly.
Knowing Dalton, I'm going Rage.
Alan, do you have any inside information on your teammate there?
I cannot confirm nor deny anything.
All right, so look, that 14 of Captain Killam stayed out late, and look at all the time he lost on these top 3-4 guys up here.
He might even get passed by Gator, and I think that's Ronnie Mack behind him. He might even get passed by those guys just on sheer momentum, but looks like
I like to point out, Killam likes to do this strategy, and almost every time he just flies past everybody. So we'll see what happens here.
If there's a time to try it, it's stage 1 or
for sure.
Maybe even stage 2, and just see what your car does in case you need it for stage 3. So
he also could have made adjustments to make it a little looser since they're not going to be going as long on tires. I like that call if he's trying that. It's set up for if there's a caution late or he decides to run longer in stage 3.
That 14's definitely catching him in a hurry. Look at this run he has. Oh my god.
He does this almost every race, and he just flies past everybody.
Well, he's past the 11 there. He's going to put the work on the 1 down the backstretch. See if I can't. Oh, that's a good enough camera angle. Hey, he just blew his doors off. Those fresh tires are an absolute difference maker here at Las Vegas.
Look at the lead that Shadow has pulled on that group of 4 guys. My goodness.
Now keep in mind, Shadow stayed out another 2 or 3 laps than these guys too, so maybe waiting a little bit is the call.
That's certainly what it's looking like between Killam and Shadowhawk here.
As long as you don't have OG behind you, who just has an amazing car, it would be the play, in my opinion.
I thought you were going a different direction on that one.
No, I don't know. I still can't figure out how he did that, but yeah.
How he did what, Alan? What are you referring to?
How he caught me on older tires. I don't know how he did that one, but he did it.
Magic.
Yeah.
NASCAR Heat 4 magic.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see a last lap pass like we did last night, huh?
I expect nothing less.
Well, good job, Alan. I poked and I prodded, and you didn't take it, so.
Yeah.
Take the bait out. No, take the bait.
Nah.
All right, how many laps to go? Anyone? Everyone?
I will let you know.
Oh, I like that.
I got Killam's stream up too, along with the league stream, and I have a secondary view going here of a couple different guys. So
awesome. And if you don't mind, since you got Killam's stream up, if there's enough laps to go, let us know how much he's catching that 43.
There's 8 laps left when he just passed the line here.
Whoa,
he's about
a
second and a half behind him, and we'll see. I'll let you know here in a half lap or so if he's caught him anymore.
That might
kind
be
of looks
enough.
like they've evened out, but
yeah, I was about to say that. It looks like they pretty much evened out. They've definitely pulled away from the other 3 behind them, but yeah, it looks like they're fairly even right now.
Let's wait for that update. As soon as we get that update, Dangles, I am on the 14 of Captain Killam on his hood cam. If you could take us through a lap at Las Vegas. Did he catch him any?
No, he gained a 10th, but it's kind of going back and forth. It'll be a tall task at this point with just 7, well, coming to 6 to go here for him to catch Shadow. So.
All right, Dangles, we've crossed the line. We're going into turn 1. Take it over. How do you get around this track?
Man, I'm probably the worst guy to talk to when it comes to Las Vegas. But, you know, well, let me get to his view here so I can kind of
we'll
ride along with him. But,
yeah.
You know, going into 3 and 4, though, I actually kind of like to run it a tick higher. Kind of get that high run. Get a nice run coming off of 4 here. And then typically I like to dive right down here, right low on the apron. Come across the start-finish line, arc it high up to the outside wall. And then drive it deep down to the low side through 1 and 2. Burp the throttle a little bit. As you see, he drifted up the racetrack a little more than he would have liked. Get that run off the back stretch. And what you're going to see here is he's probably going to drive it deep down here. Now he's going to take that higher line this time around as he diamonds the corner quite a bit. Much better off 4 this time around. And very fast racetrack.
Well, there you go. There's a lap or 2 around this 1.5 miles. I don't know. What is this? Asphalt?
Sand-worn lighter asphalt, apparently.
Yeah.
It's blasted by that desert sand every year.
I would say one thing about this game that is good. If the track's bumpy, they got the bumpy parts right, I will say.
Oh, yeah.
1 and 2 is very bumpy. It's very realistic to the actual track. So.
Are you saying that's not one of the 704 things wrong with this game?
They actually got one thing right, surprisingly. So.
All right, coming to 2 to go at the line for Shadowhawk.
All right, so once they...
Ooh, kill him really loose off of 2 that time.
I wonder if he tried to put in a little shorter setup there.
He's cut about 2/10 off, but like I was saying earlier, they kind of evened out, and it'd be a pretty tall task for him to go get Shadow at this point.
I like what Killam's doing though. He's not really running the same line every lap. He's kind of testing, which I like to see. especially taking it from my race last night. I had very high intentions of just running the bottom, but I saw a lot of people making time on the high side one too, so I started doing that. I mean, you just gotta play around, see where your car feels the best, so you make the most time around here.
All right, we're gonna have the white flag on the stage here once that 43 crosses the line, and if the running order finishes like it is now, the 43 of Shadowhawk will be your champion. Captain Killam would finish second on the season. Let's see, Big Jim would have finished third, and the 11. I'm sorry, Big Jim is the 11. The one of you already heard would have finished fourth on the season. And, ironically enough, they're running P1 through 4 in the race. Wow, the two of Kevin's going to break up their Panther party going down into turn 3 here.
We'll see if he can get that run coming off of 4 here, but they're just coming to the stage. No need to press anything at this point for any of these guys. Just keep your car in one piece and don't have to repair any damage between the stage so you don't lose any positions, which kind of looks like they all did. Oh,
that was after the line. But
little 704 wreckage after the line there. Love to see it.
But impressive by Kevin there. He's not laying down. It's the last race of the season. Ended up finishing fourth, I think, in front of you already heard for the stage. Once again, stage points don't matter. It's all about who finishes first between those 4 guys up there. And shoot, I mean, if you go win the race, win the race if you're not a championship 4 driver. But we're really looking for to crown a champion here tonight. Keenitz, what is the strategy call here in this first stage caution?
I think you got to get your obviously these guys all pit in the first stage and they made their adjustments. Now you just have to hone those adjustments in. I'm the last person to talk to about pit road adjustments, let's be honest here, after watching the truck race. So fine-tune those adjustments better than I would do myself, and grip it and rip it and just see what you got for this stage, and then take notes, get ready for the last stage of the championship 4 and even the non-championship 4. Just always try to make that car better.
All right, so here we are, green flag on stage 2, the final race of the season. That 43 of Shadowhawk, your stage 1 winner, is going to lead the field. 2 green, comes out of turn 2, still your leader. The 11 of Big Jim currently battling on the inside of the 14 of Captain Killam, trying to take away P2 here. And the one of you already heard. Is he going to make it 3 wide?
Ugly turn 3 for Jim.
Joe could have took him 3 wide there. I think he backed out of it a little bit.
With the power move right there on Jim on turn 3 and 4. He made that outside work for sure.
Now, one of those guys that can absolutely run that outside lane as he gets into the wall is that 2 of Kevin. I mean, he makes it work at Atlanta. It don't make no sense.
Ooh, driving the wall.
Well, so there we go. The one of you already heard getting past the 4 of Draven, and our championship 4 are running in the top 5.
And that's how they finished the stage 2. 4 out of the top 5 for them, and that's seems to be the trend here tonight so far. Those 4 guys are just constantly in the top 5 tonight. And we'll see if it looks like Killam and Shadow have the cars to beat so far, but we'll see if you already heard and Big Jim can make those adjustments to get their cars on par or in the wall, on par or better than the 2 guys out front right now.
K-Bar got really loose off of turn 2 there, but he's going to collect it. No caution, no wreck. That one of you already heard, putting the pressure on the 11 of Big Jim. He's currently inside of him down the front stretch here. Let's see what happens.
Also, look at this guy making his way into the picture in the 95. Our local Kermit the Frog, Bros United.
He's ripping the fence too. My gosh, you couldn't fit a piece of paper in between there.
It was a calculated move, man. Just calculated.
Hey, there's some speed up there.
There for sure can be.
Look at the 43 of Shadowhawk. He's pulling away here.
Yeah, it looks like he's pulling the old Harvick at Atlanta, right on the white line, all the way around the track. If he gets a lead here, I might look at him to try to run the high side of both ends of the track, see what his car has up there. He might need that to make a pass for the win at the end of the race here.
Well, about tire wear, I mean, this is one of those tracks, just like Atlanta, that just eats your tires to death. What's the big difference between running the bottom here and the top as far as tire wear goes, Alan?
You're definitely going to burn the tires on the bottom more. I feel like the tire wear, it's still going to be bad either way. But when the tires wear, I like to move up the tracks because you're not turning as hard off the corner. You have a less chance of getting real loose off the corner that way.
And look at the 42 of Ronnie Mack currently battling up here for P3 with the 4 Draven on the outside. He's oh, okay, he backed out a little bit. Bad camera angle, my bad. But you still got that 42 of Ronnie Mack on the inside of the 1. The Chip Ganassi Racing drivers battling it out up here. Don't look now, but here comes that 2 of Kevin. He's been strong all night. He's now in the inside of the 4. This 11 of Big Jim's dropping back. This is not what he needed. I know it's stage 2, but this is not good for his confidence, at least.
He's got him. Go ahead, Alan. You're
okay,
good.
I was gonna say the 42. I was gonna mention him. He's up there battling in the top 5. He really came on the
4 Draven to the wall.
Season.
I thought this was gonna be a big wreck. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying. Ryan Mack's really come on the last third of the season, being up here for wins. So I just impressed with his improvement over the year for sure.
Yeah, he definitely put those results together there at the end.
Yeah.
Shoot, he almost made the playoffs.
He's very close, yes.
Oh, the 2 of Kevin got in the apron there. He had to get way out of the gas not to wreck the 11 of Big Jim.
So this little middle pack here is having a lot of fun.
That's
yeah,
allowing
I like it over a handful of these guys for sure.
That's allowing the top 3 guys to drive away here.
Yeah, I was about to say that. They're having fun back there, and Shadow's gone. You just drove away.
Apparently, Shadow only needed those 50 laps so far. We'll see what the last part of the race has, but he so far he practiced enough, as much as he needed to. There we go. Words.
Yeah. I expected Killam to hang with him too, and Shadow just drove away.
Well, Killam's still there. I mean, Killam's probably one little adjustment away from just perfecting that car to keep up with him. You never know.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But I think if you're Shadow at this point, you don't want to.
Oh, what happened to the one of you already heard?
Lag. It looked like a big lag fest.
Oh, the 2 of Kevin. Oh no, is it happening again?
What happened?
Oh, this is what happened at New Hampshire.
It just kicked me.
Yeah, it kicked me.
Oh my god.
Did a whole league lag out?
Lost connection.
This is exactly what happened at New Hampshire.
All the streams too?
Gone.
Yes, it kicked everybody out.
Killam's still going.
The stream's still going for the moment, but as soon as I try to come back in, it's going to kick the stream. But I'm going to have to try at least. Thanks to those 7 invites that they sent us. And
session no longer exists.
Yeah, I was about to say, right before it cut out there, everybody
was wrecking.
Yeah.
There was a caution. Caution on the Killam stream.
Interesting.
Are you serious?
This is a very
well, if Captain Killam once again has the official league stream.
Multiplayer screen.
We'll try to join once again. It's just going to tell me the same thing. Yep, session no longer exists.
I'll try with the remaining invites that I have.
And, you know, I just like to remind everyone that it also happened on their pro league, so they're just not maintaining anything at this point. They have just thrown in the towel.
Lack of effort.
This is just embarrassing. Not for us, because we can't control that stuff. But this is an embarrassing effort. This is the reason why we went down to 50% here tonight. This was supposed to be a 100% race. We cut it down to 50% to try to avoid this, and here we are. And, yep, just tried it again, and it's not letting me join again.
Yep, tried with all my invites. Session no longer exists. F.
Yeah, everybody's lagging on Killam stream.
Oh my. Oh my.
Oh my god, Joe, Gator, and Jim are wrecking.
Oh, I'm glad they're having fun. Not a...
Poor championship 7-4. Poor championship. No. This is what's gonna happen.
Fair enough.
Give me a break. Well, okay, there we go. I did it, and depending whether you'll come on.
I don't know what to do.
I mean, we can't get in to watch it, so
I do still have.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good call. Let me cancel, let me close the game. Because the invites will still be there, so let me close the game.